Um, we'll speak about Tom.
Hmm.
So Tom, roughly last Thursday. Um, so basically, he was in the British Army for a long time. He was in 473 Battery, Royal Artillery. So he was like a forward observer, um, which is quite a hard job. And he had like a lot of experience in it, and he was very good at his job. He
Hmm.
came to you. I think he got medically discharged. I think that might be wrong. And then he came to Ukraine, and he's been fighting since 2022. Um, and everybody loved him. He was a very, very quiet guy, very, very private as well. Um, he, Me and him, we done some missions together. Um, like there was one time when it was just me and him, uh, and we was in a mission in Kharkiv area, and we were just walking the front, like just me and him, like we had no radio, no nothing. So we've done some sketchy shit together,
Hmm.
and we really like always could rely on each other. Um, and then like lately, like nobody really knew about it. Like we knew he was planning to leave Ukraine because he's obviously been here long enough now. Um, and then yeah, we think last Thursday, he took his own life. Um, Unfortunately, it was two of his best friends that found him. Um, well, I say unfortunately, I'm glad it was them because obviously it would be traumatic for anybody else to see it. Um, but no, yeah. Um, so now we're just basically just trying to get some money for his family so they can, because he's being repatriated. I believe it's the Weatherman project that's going to repatriate him. Um, but still, like, we wanna get some money together so they can actually afford a funeral and any, like, bereavement counselling that they need and stuff like that for his sisters and his mum and dad and all this stuff. And they're also coming to Ukraine as well.
Hmm.
So it'll also cover any travel costs that they incur when they come to Ukraine to collect his stuff. Um, because they've also got, because he come here in his, personal car, so obviously they've got to take his personal car back to the UK and all this stuff like that.
Hmm.
And they also might be taking his cat home with them as well, so that'll obviously cost money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what happened there. Still, what like when I found out, it was very much like that I didn't know what to do. My friend that rung me, like it was a very, very weird phone call because when he called me, he went like, "Are you sat down?" And I knew that he was going to check on Tom, but I was just there like, you don't think like things like this happen. Um, and then I was there like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm sat down, I'm sat down." And then he told me, and I kinda just, like, fell down, because it was just a shock. Because
Hmm.
the night before it happened, like, me and a noodle, we were, like, in Kharkiv, driving through, and we said, "Oh, should we see Tom?" And we said, "Oh, no, we'll do it on the way back." So it was like, "Oh, fuck." But no, yeah, it's a very shit situation, and I've got a few things I wanna do now because of it, but that's, like, not just yet. Obviously, I need to get myself in the right headspace to be able to actually do that, um, because right now it's just for me, it's like, don't get me like, the time is perfect to do it, but for, like, me personally to, like, actually push on it, it's not a good time for myself, um, but yeah, um, that's that pretty much.
Fuzzy, do you blame yourself?
Um, there was for about when I was told, I was kind of like for like a few minutes, it was kind of like, fuck, like we could have gone round there, like because we were in like Kharkiv the night before. We think it happened, and I was like, fuck, like I could have gone round there and had a chat, and it might have done something. But the thing is, it's like with things like this, it's like if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, like
So you
they're not
understand
gonna
that.
tell anybody or anything like that. So I don't blame myself at all. Like, yes, obviously that question goes through your mind when your emotions are going all over the place. But no, I definitely don't blame myself or anybody really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mitigating factors that clearly went into it, that nobody was aware of. But unfortunately, it's it's one of those things where nobody can control it apart from that individual. But no, Tom was a great lad. Like he he was a little bastard, but he would do absolutely anything for everybody. You know, he was like so calm and chilled out and all this stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, no. The last few days, me and Noodle have just been going through our phones, just trying to find videos and pictures of us lot fucking about and all this stuff like that. And sadly, me and Tom never really got that many photos or videos together. Um, I've only got a video of me and him in the car, but you can't actually see him. You can just hear his voice, which is a bit shit. Um, but no, it's one of the it is what it is, and it like I
Mm.
think for me, I mainly learnt a big lesson from it of like with your friends and family and stuff like that. Like take pictures, take videos. You know what I mean? Like because obviously things happen in life, and it's like you need to have these memories as such. Um, but no, yeah, I don't blame myself or anybody for it. It's one of those things where, yeah, emotionally, I'm still upset about it. A lot of people are. But the main thing at the minute is just trying to get his body home so his family can
Mm.
like rest, basically, chill out, and not have to stress. You know,
Yeah.
that's the ideal thing about all of it.
Well, they will definitely have stress even with the support, but at least they won't have to um, be stressed about the money because money is only the part of the stress.
Hmm.
Because a loss is a huge stress itself. And I asked you about blaming yourself because you mentioned that you were passing by and you wanted to visit him
Mm.
on the way back. So yeah, that was a
Yeah, no, that's not me trying to like blame myself or anything like that. That's me more regretting that I didn't go and see him.
mm,
Like, not because me and Noodle could have changed anything or anything like that,
yeah.
but it was more of the fact of I could have seen him because I haven't seen him since I left. No, that's a lie. I saw him. Yeah, no, it was probably last when I was in Gore. It was when I last saw him,
Was it
and
like
that's been a good few months.
4 or 5 months ago?
About that, yeah. But we still text like every single day and stuff like that. But
Mm,
it's, it's different from actually seeing him.
yeah.
Um, but no, yeah. So we're just trying to sort everything out now. One of the lads, he's doing an amazing job. To be fair, like he's sorting all the administration out, doing absolutely everything. How he's managed to hold himself together, because this is the guy that like actually found him. Like how he's managed to hold himself together and actually do this is like the guy like mentally mental strength wise is incredible.
Mm.
Um, but no, yeah, he's doing us all proud really because he's doing a great job. He's all over it, and just getting things done.
Yeah, but people with depression, and usually people with depression commit suicide. They don't really show it. You cannot
Hmm.
tell that easily that the person is depressed. Mm. Shit, Fuzzy, I'm very sorry that you lost
No, it's
a brother in arms.
yeah. Well, unfortunately, the thing is though, is it's like I know a lot of people that like this has happened to and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But when it's not so close to home like that, like you're very naive to it as such. Um, you don't understand like how much it does actually affect like you as a person. Um, and for me, this was like I've I've kind of learnt a lot from it in like a way of like for example, like small things like I should like I've sat in house like thinking that I should have had videos and pictures with me and all stuff like that. But obviously you can't predict these things are going to happen. So it is, for me, it's just one of those things where I sit, I'm like, well, it is what it is. Like that happened. Um, for future reference, let's make sure you have those pictures of like your friends and family and stuff like that. Um, but no, yeah, like as I say, like I was very emotional and a bit like sporadic about everything and didn't really know what to do or anything like that.
Hmm.
Um, but the main thing is like everybody's kind of just pulled themselves together and like, right, let's just get him home. But yeah,
Guys, I pinned the link to GoFundMe at the top of the chat. Please follow it and donate if you have the means. And I also wanted to finish reading the text about Tom that I started reading in the beginning of the stream, in the very beginning, and I distracted myself. Fuzzy, are you okay if I read it?
yeah, of course, yeah.
Um, Tom was a big softy at heart. He loved animals, especially cats and dogs, and had this way of lighting up every room he walked into without saying many words. He always kept fit, set examples of how to act, and always looked out for the people around him. He was one of life's genuinely good people, and he's going to be missed more than can be described and will always be with us in our hearts. Tom was the kind person you never forget. Anyone, sorry, Rick Roll is interrupting me. Um, Tom was the kind of person you never forget. Anyone that has ever met him will describe him gentle, kind, genuine, and very level headed. He joined the army at 16 and dedicated his life to helping others. Most, most, sorry. Most recently, he traveled to Ukraine on his own accord, wanting to stand up for what he believes in and do his bit to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. While he showed bravery, most of us can only imagine the weight of what Tom was experiencing took a heavy toll. Tragically, he was not able to deal with the pain he was experiencing anymore, and he lost his battle with mental health far away from home and the people who loved him. We're now doing everything we can to bring him back to his family and home in the UK and give him the send off he truly deserves. This fundraiser will help with the costs of bringing Tom home from abroad. This can be particularly expensive funeral and memorial expenses. Sorry. And to provide support for his family as they try to cope with this unimaginable loss. Any amount you can give, no matter how small, will help. And if you can donate, a share would mean the world. Sorry, if you can't donate, a share would mean the world. Let's bring our friends home and give him the love and peace he always gave to others. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I see a few donations went through. Nikki Hill, Anonymous, another Anonymous. Yeah, and yeah, at least 3 donations: £25, £100, and £50 from Nikki Hill. Thank you guys for donating.
Cheers, guys.
Please, yeah, anyone who can also donate, please donate. And there was a great message from Andreas to you, Fuzzy.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it, but I want to read it out loud. Okay, where is it? I lost it now. Yeah, that's last one. But there was a great one before that. Let me find it. I will. Thank you, Fuzzy, for sharing this side of this war with us, because it is a thing we need to know, to understand, to support the right way. Yep, I totally agree with this message. Thank you, Andreas. Fuzzy, we
No,
have
definitely.
lots of work ahead, but you do not need to face it alone. I think you know that. Together we will work out victory, probably our victory, for those who faced the evil for us. Yeah, we will. I told you that after the end, after Ukraine's victory, if I survive that, then I will definitely keep raising funds, keep supporting the veterans, and probably also rebuilding of Ukraine. There are so many challenges and types of fundraisers that we don't even know about yet.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm thinking of veterans affairs and rebuilding for now, but oh my God, it could be so much more that will also appear in the future. We don't know when this war ends, and in my opinion, it will end only probably, not sure, but probably when the world, like full-scale world war will end. Only then, but for that, it still need to begin on many other continents. But unfortunately, the chance of avoiding it is already miserable.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.